Well, here we go, guys. We are going to attempt at this stage to try and fly beyond 2 kilometres without actually causing it to lose connection and go into return to home. So we're currently at 500 metres, and I also have my dishes on my antennas in the hope to try and gain a little bit more than 2 kilometres in distance this time. So we're going to see how we go anyway. So we're still cruising along quite nicely at 800, 850. Signal strength is fairly strong for the RC, and of course our graphs around medium, which, you know, in some ways would normally have dropped out a little bit at times. So we're going to attempt to see how far we can go before we drop signal to any degree, or you know, to see how we go anyway. So yes, we're out at 1200, still flying along quite nicely. Now we're out to 1500, going along well. No dropout as yet. A few trees there. Some nice ploughed paddocks. And we've got to 1800 and not one dropout as yet. So going along fantastic. Batteries are at 80%, which is great. 80% at 2 kilometres without any dropout yet is absolutely brilliant. And we've reached our 2 kilometres and we haven't had one video dropout as yet. So we are actually marching along really, really well. 2.1, and you know, going along strong, which is great. So we're going to strive to go about 3 kilometres if I can, and see how we go. What have we got happening down there? A few dams, and we're at 2.5. And we're cruising along nicely. .7 and a little bit of a dropout in graphs, but or video signal, as I should say. 2.8. And there you go, folks. We're just about striking 3 kilometres now, which is absolutely awesome. That is amazing. And at 74% battery, we've done incredibly well. So I think that's a great test. Absolutely awesome test. Out to 3.2. So that's pretty cool. So at this stage, I'm going to flick return to home. And of course, executing the return to home, which is great. And as we can see, we're starting to come back now. 72% battery, which is awesome. And we've lost our camera, which is expected. And as you can see, we're still proceeding home. Distance is 3 kilometres, which is, yeah, a fair way out. And I am so thrilled to see that we've managed to achieve that. That was really, really good. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes for the drone to begin to... Oh, returning home, yep. Okay, well, we've lost our connection, which is interesting. Okay, 2.7. Okay, and our video's come back. 2.6 kilometres, and yeah, there you go. And we're returning home, folks. 65% battery, and currently returning at 8.1 meters per second. So, of course, I was flying out at what was it? I think it was about 10 or 11 meters per second. So yeah, so we're still coming back. We're at 2.3 kilometers out. Signal strength for the drone is still really strong. Graphs are still reasonably weak, but I would say that we've had a really successful fly to achieve that distance, and especially flying out having absolutely no dropout whatsoever to the 3 kilometre mark. And it wasn't until we got there that we started to experience a little bit, which, like I said, is to be expected, I guess. And, you know, upon returning home, obviously, you know, drone coming back, different angle on the drone, of course, can just slightly change the way in which the dishes obviously connect with it, and can cause a little bit of that video dropout. But as you can see too, that I actually restarted the video footage because I accidentally pressed the button, believe it or not, and stopped it. So, you know, we've currently been flying just over 3 minutes now on the way back. And I think it roughly took us around about 4 minutes, a bit over 4 minutes to get out there. So yeah, it's returning home nicely. We're at 1.6 kilometres out. Still got video footage, which is great. We can sort of pan down a little bit and just take a bit of a look at the ground beneath. Just have a look at that beautiful country. Farmers have been out there and working the paddocks and getting things going and getting crops in, utilising the rain, getting ready for spring, of course. Yeah, so, but yes, you can see we're flying back towards the oval, 1.3 kilometres out, and still cruising along really nicely. And it's going to be very, very good to see. We've still got 54% of battery, which is absolutely fantastic to fly out 3 kilometres and return with that much still left. So all I've got to do now is keep the ears peeled and wait till I hear that humming drone in the distance coming, because it's still, what are we, 1.1 kilometres out, about a kilometre. And yeah, as I'm looking out now, I'm basically looking into the sky, seeing if I can observe it on the way back. But obviously at a kilometre, it's not exactly going to be clearly all that visible. So just try and see if we can zoom in and yes, you can see the goalposts of the oval coming into view now in the distance, directly in the middle of the screen. So we're flying direct line of sight back towards me, which is absolutely fantastic. Would have been nice if I had have actually marked the ground and when it returns home to see where it exactly lands, to see its accuracy, of course. But we'll let it continue the return to home. And yeah, and I'm looking in the sky now as we speak instead of at my screen and looking out there to see if I can observe it coming home. As yet I can't quite see it, but yes. Yes, I can hear it now. So at about 460 metres out, I could hear it coming. Haven't sighted it yet, but I can certainly hear it. So that's awesome. Yes, definitely, definitely. Yes, here we go. Now I can see it. Dead in line of sight. Absolutely awesome. And what we'll do, of course, is we will... there I am down there on the field, just off to the side, waiting for it to, of course, land. I'm going to be very interested to see how accurate it is and where it lands. I'm pretty sure it was about 2 metres away from me, directly in line of sight of where it was flying in. So I'm very, very, very curious to see how accurate this is. And at this stage of the game, it looks like it's coming down pretty close. Still 42% battery, which is absolutely awesome. And yeah. Well, there we go, folks. 40% battery, and that was a just over 3 kilometre fly out and fly back. And yeah, I would say, well, 1-2 metres to there, and I reckon it's probably 1, 2, yeah, look, it's about 3 metres. Actually, I may have walked back a little bit thinking on that now. So let's just say within a 2 to 3 metre accuracy, which I suppose isn't overly accurate, but you know what? It's not too bad given all things. So on that note,